The universe is a place of endless birth, and honestly, spectacular death. We see new stars igniting in brilliant stellar nurseries, with these vast clouds of gas and dust collapsing under their own gravity to blaze into life. For billions of years they shine, fusing elements in their fiery cores and bathing their planetary systems in light and warmth. But this cosmic youth is fleeting. Every star, no matter how magnificent, is destined to die. It's a fundamental truth of the cosmos, an inescapable cycle of creation and destruction that plays out across unimaginable timescales. Some stars, like our own sun, will swell into red giants before shedding their outer layers, leaving behind a tiny, dense core. This remnant is a white dwarf, a slowly cooling ember in the cosmic darkness. More massive stars meet a far more violent end. They explode in a supernova, an event so powerful it can outshine an entire galaxy. What remains is either a neutron star, an object of unbelievable density, or if the star was truly colossal, a black hole, a point of infinite gravity from which not even light can escape. What is a megastructure? The word itself conjures images of immense and impossible creations. These are not just large buildings or grand monuments like the pyramids of Earth. A megastructure is an artificial object of astronomical proportions, often comparable in size to a planet, a star, or even an entire solar system. They represent a level of technological capability so advanced that it borders on the divine. The most famous of all theoretical megastructures is the Dyson sphere. A star radiates immense amounts of energy in all directions, and a planet only intercepts a tiny fraction of it. He proposed what is often called a Dyson swarm. This would be a massive collection of independent orbiting habitats, solar collectors, and industrial platforms. This shell would capture every single photon of light, every particle of solar wind, harnessing the star's entire energy output. How could we ever find these silent cosmic relics? Seeing them directly with a telescope is almost certainly out of the question. But there is a powerful technique we can use, a method that has already revolutionized our search for planets around other stars. It is called the transit method. Now imagine using this same technique on a dead star, like a white dwarf. Because the star is so small, any object passing in front of it would block a much larger percentage of its light. If a Dyson swarm were circling a white dwarf, we would see a chaotic and complex pattern of dimming as thousands of individual objects passed in front of it. White dwarfs hold another clue, a subtle signature written in the language of chemistry. Their atmospheres are contaminated, polluted with heavy elements. What if this pollution is not from a natural object? What if the material raining down onto the white dwarf is the debris of a dismantled megastructure? Beyond shadows and pollution, there is another, even more direct sign we could look for: waste heat. Our most powerful infrared telescopes, like the James Webb Space Telescope, are designed to see exactly this kind of faint cosmic heat. Why would a civilization choose to remain in a dead solar system? The answer may lie in a desire for stability and solitude. A dead star, especially a white dwarf, offers a unique kind of peace. Once it is cooled, it becomes one of the most stable objects in the cosmos. Inside these immense worlds, life could flourish in a controlled, perfectly managed environment. The faint light of the white dwarf could be collected and amplified. By building a vast habitat around such a star, a civilization could create an eternal sanctuary, a fortress of solitude shielded from the turmoil of the living galaxy. Another profound reason for building around a dead star is preservation. A civilization that has existed for eons would have accumulated an unimaginable wealth of knowledge, art, history, and data. By building a massive computational megastructure, like a matryoshka brain, a civilization could create the ultimate archive. From a distance, it would be a dark, featureless sphere, maybe absorbing all light that falls upon it. It would be utterly silent in the radio spectrum, designed not to communicate, but to remember. Perhaps they uploaded their minds into this grand machine to ride out the slow death of the universe itself, living in a simulated reality of their own creation. The appearance of a relic megastructure would depend heavily on its purpose and its age. Some might be ruins, shattered and broken by the very stellar cataclysm they were meant to survive. We might find a field of colossal debris, a graveyard of shattered habitats and twisted metal, still following their ancient orbits around the white dwarf. A relic of such a project would be an immense curved shield, maybe even kilometers thick, hanging silently in space near the dead star it failed to save. What about a structure built around a neutron star? It might look like a thin, crystalline shell clinging to the star's surface, or a series of rings spinning at near light speed. Ultimately, these relic megastructures could take on forms we cannot even begin to predict. We might find structures that seem to defy logic, vast, silent sculptures with no obvious purpose. They could be cosmic artworks, memorials, or scientific instruments for experiments we don't understand. Searching for them is like searching for the ghosts of gods in a cosmic cemetery. Each potential discovery opens a new chapter in our own imagination, forcing us to confront the sheer scale of what might be possible in the universe. We stand on a tiny world, looking up at a sky filled with countless stars. For as long as we have been human, we have wondered if we are alone in this vast expanse. For decades, our search has been met with an unnerving, profound silence. The galaxy seems empty, and the silence echoes back at us from the void. But the search for relic megastructures offers a different perspective on this great silence. It suggests that perhaps we are listening for the wrong thing. The silence we hear might be the quiet of a graveyard, not the stillness of an empty room. The grand civilizations may have already risen, flourished, and fallen. The quest to find these ancient relics is more than just a search for aliens. It is also a journey of self-discovery. When we imagine a civilization capable of building a Dyson sphere or a ring world, we are inevitably holding up a mirror to ourselves. These grand concepts force us to think about our own future, about the path humanity might one day take as we continue to grow and develop. This duality is what makes the search so compelling. We might find evidence of near infinite potential, or we might find a monument to cosmic failure. In the end, this search connects us to the universe in the most profound way imaginable. It transforms the night sky from a collection of distant, uncaring points of light into a landscape of possibility. Every faint star becomes a potential home. Every dead star becomes a potential cosmic ruin, a place of mystery and history. Our telescopes become the tools of archaeologists, digging through the layers of cosmic time for the grandest secrets of them all. The search for relic megastructures is the ultimate expression of this innate human spirit, a quest for knowledge on the grandest stage imaginable, the cosmos itself. What if we find one? The discovery would be a turning point for humanity. It would prove that intelligence is not a unique miracle of Earth, but a recurring phenomenon of the cosmos. It would tell us that it is possible to survive for geological timescales, to master energy on a stellar scale, and to leave a legacy that outlasts your own sun. They would become yesterday's gods, their silent monument a testament to their existence. And so we continue to look. We sift through the light of distant dying stars, searching for the telltale shadows and the ghostly heat of things we can barely imagine. We do it because the answer to the question, "Are we alone?" matters. It defines who we are and what we might become. Whether we find an empty graveyard or a sky filled with the echoes of lost gods, the search itself ennobles us. It lifts our gaze from the immediate and the mundane and fixes it upon the eternal and the infinite. It is our connection to the great, silent, and beautiful mystery of the cosmos.